Next, crochet the fourth round of the llama body. The pattern for the fourth round is 1 single crochet, 3 DC clusters, repeat for 9 sets. Starting from the fourth round, a new stitch appears, double crochet cluster. Let's crochet it and see. First, crochet a chain stitch as the foundation stitch for the fourth round. Crochet the first single crochet at the stitch marker. Place the stitch marker. Then crochet a DC cluster. Crochet 3 DC clusters in the second stitch. A double crochet starts with a yarn over. Yarn over and insert into the stitch. Pull the yarn through. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. This is a double crochet. A DC cluster is a double crochet that's not finished, leaving the last step unworked. Crocheting to this extent is called a DC cluster. In the second stitch of the fourth round, crochet 3 DC clusters. Continue to crochet the second one. First, yarn over. Insert the hook into the loop, pull the yarn through. Now the loops on the hook are from the first DC cluster. Do not count it yet. Yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. This is the second DC cluster. The third DC cluster is crocheted the same way. Yarn over, insert into the loop, insert into the stitch. Pull the yarn through the stitch. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Now 3 DC clusters are completed. This is the initial loop on the hook. This is the loop from the first DC cluster. This is the loop from the second DC cluster. This is the loop from the third DC cluster. After completing 3 DC clusters, yarn over and pull through all the loops one by one. This is how you crochet 3 DC clusters. 1 single crochet and 3 DC clusters form 1 set. Repeat for 9 sets. Next, crochet the second set. In the next stitch, crochet a single crochet. After the single crochet, the DC clusters will protrude. This is the wool on the llama's body. Next, in the next stitch, crochet 3 DC clusters. First, yarn over, insert into the loop, pull the yarn through. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. This is the first DC cluster. Continue to crochet, yarn over, insert into the stitch, pull the yarn through. Yarn over again and pull through 2 loops. This is the second DC cluster. Continue to crochet, insert into the stitch, pull the yarn through. Yarn over again. This is the third DC cluster. The first loop is the original loop on the hook. The second is the loop from the first DC cluster. This is the loop from the third DC cluster. After finishing 3, Yarn over and pull through all the loops. All the 3 DC clusters on the llama's body are crocheted in the same way. Continue to crochet the next set of single crochets. Then crochet 3 DC clusters. Yarn over and pull through each loop. Now 3 sets are completed. Next, crochet the 4th set of single crochets and the 4th set of DC clusters. Fifth set of single crochets. DC clusters. Next set of single crochets. DC clusters. When crocheting DC clusters, pull the loops high. Let's demonstrate again. When crocheting DC clusters, the loops. When crocheting single crochets, one loop should be as tall as 2 hooks. When crocheting double crochets, pull the loop to be parallel with 3 loops before yarning over. Always adjust the new loop to be parallel with the original loops before yarning over. Yarn over and pull through each loop. Now 9 sets are completed. After completing 9 sets, count them. There are a total of 18 stitches. The stitch marker is in the first stitch, which corresponds to a single crochet. Next are the stitches corresponding to 3 DC clusters. Keep counting from 1 to 18. A total of 18 stitches. Slip stitch to the first stitch after finishing 18 stitches. The 4th round is completed. The effect is that each has a protruding point. If it is concave, push it out. Next, crochet the 5th round. First, crochet a chain stitch as the foundation stitch. The pattern for the 5th round is 8 single crochets and 1 increase. Repeat for 2 sets. This round does not include DC clusters. Use single crochets in between. Next, crochet the first set of single crochets. After finishing the first single crochet, place the stitch marker. Eight single crochets, second single crochet, third single crochet. When inserting the hook, insert it through the entire V shape. Whether it's a single crochet or a DC cluster, insert through the entire V shape when picking the stitch. See it? This is the insertion point. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 single crochets. Crochet and increase in the next stitch. Continue to crochet the second set. Find the stitch. One V shape is one stitch. Insert through the entire V shape at the insertion point. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, 4 single crochets, 5 single crochets, 6 single crochets, 7, 8. Crochet and increase in the last stitch. After completing this round, there are 20 stitches. Count again, starting from the stitch marker. Slip stitch to the first stitch after finishing these 18 stitches. The 5th round is completed. Next, crochet the 6th round. First, crochet a chain stitch as the foundation stitch. The pattern for the 6th round is a bit complicated. Crochet 1 stitch at a time. 1 single crochet and 3 DC clusters form 1 set. Repeat for 4 sets. First, crochet the first single crochet. Place the stitch marker here. One single crochet. One DC cluster. 2 DC clusters. 3 DC clusters. 3 DC clusters come from the same stitch. After finishing, yarn over and pull through all loops. This is 3 DC clusters. 1 single crochet and 3 DC clusters form 1 set. Repeat for 4 sets. Next, crochet the second set. After finishing the DC clusters and crocheting the single crochet, the protruding part might cave in. Push it out with your middle finger. Second set single crochet. Next DC cluster. Yarn over and pull through all loops. This is the second set. Continue to crochet the third set. Yarn over and pull through all loops. This is the third set. Continue to crochet the fourth set. Yarn over and pull through all loops. Now for sets of single crochets and DC clusters are completed. Next, crochet 6 single crochets. Crochet 1 stitch in each stitch. Four, 5, 6 single crochets completed. Next, crochet 3 sets of single crochets and DC clusters. First, crochet a single crochet, then crochet 3 DC clusters. After finishing, there are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through 4 loops. This is the first set. Now crochet the second set. DC cluster. Again. 3 DC clusters. Yarn over and pull through all loops. Continue to the next. Yarn over and pull through all loops. Review the pattern for this round. Single crochet and DC cluster form 1 set. Crochet 4 sets. After crocheting 4 sets, crochet 6 single crochets. Then crochet single crochet and DC cluster for 3 sets. The pattern is completed. After finishing, slip stitch to the first stitch. The 6th round is completed. Next, crochet the 7th round. First crochet a chain stitch as the foundation stitch. The pattern for the 7th round is to crochet 1 stitch in each stitch, a total of 20 single crochets. Insert the hook into the first stitch. The first stitch is where the stitch marker is. Crochet the first single crochet. Place the stitch marker. Second single crochet. Third single crochet. Fourth single crochet. Fifth single crochet. Sixth single crochet. Seventh single crochet. Eighth, single crochet. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 single crochets are completed. Slip stitch to the first stitch. The 7th round is completed.